for 7 years now, the liberal media and the Democrats in Congress have been saying that any day now, Donald Trump will be arrested for countless imaginary things that they have accused him of doing that he's obviously innocent of. And we've always laughed at them and mocked them. But over the weekend, things got serious when Fox News reported this.
We are learning that the Manhattan DA's office has asked for a meeting with law enforcement ahead of a potential Trump indictment. This is coming to Fox News from a source in the courts. The meeting, which was requested yesterday and has not been set yet, is to discuss logistics for sometime next week.
Meaning this week.
Which would mean that they are anticipating an indictment next week. The same source who's familiar with the planning said they will go over security preparations in and around the courthouse in Lower Manhattan. Secret Service will take the lead in what they will allow or will not allow. The source cautioned, mentioning, for instance, that the decision to handcuff the president, a former president, or not, they will set the tone and will escort him into the courtroom.
A grand jury in Manhattan has voted to indict former President Donald Trump. We don't know the charges yet as the indictment is sealed. The New York grand jury was looking into a hush money payment in 2016. This makes Trump the first former president to ever face criminal charges. And it isn't the only investigation he's facing. We went to Waco this past weekend, where Trump held his first rally for his 2024 campaign, to find out what his supporters thought of his legal troubles.
2 for $20, Waco rally shirts. I love Trump on the back, says Waco Red at the bottom.
It's great to be back in this beautiful and incredible state with thousands of proud, hardworking American patriots.
Donald Trump then posted on Truth Social that he believes he may be arrested this week as early as tomorrow. So in this video, I'll explain exactly what's going on and give my assessment of what I think the odds are of him actually getting arrested, or is this just more wishful thinking by the Democrats?
Are you worried that these criminal investigations could complicate Trump's campaign?
No. I think it's a great thing.
You think it's a great thing?
Yeah. I think it's going to just organize us more. I mean, honest to God, I think if people see what the Democrats are continuing to do, they see the false narrative, they know it's BS. I mean, if there was really a chance of it going to trial, which it isn't, zero. Read my lips. It ain't going to never go to trial, okay? Trump can show up, they could handcuff him, they could have him stand on his head, it ain't going to make no difference.
Would someone who is potentially being charged in a New York case like this, would that person know beforehand that the day it is going to happen? Or do you think Donald Trump is just guessing here?
So sometimes certainly attorneys are notified ahead of time. And I think, the most important thing at this moment is this is a very serious event. Everyone should take a moment of pause. We don't know whether it's true or not. I personally have never believed a word out of Donald Trump's mouth, so I'm not about to start now just because he's tweeting something.
Donald Trump stands before a judge, the first former president in history to be arraigned on criminal charges. Court officers stood immediately behind him as he sat at the defense table. Cameras in the 15th floor hallway recorded the unprecedented scene.
Will you come speak to us, President Trump?
And look, a court officer didn't hold the door for him as it closed.
The former president actually has to push the door open for himself, which is probably the first time he's had to do that in quite some time.
Trump looked grim and glowered at the camera. Inside court, he was scowling again. His demeanor was described as visibly angry.
It seemed that when the attorneys spoke on his behalf, that they seemed to say things that he liked. They even, I noticed, called him the president. No one referred to him on his counsel as the former president.
Trump was fingerprinted and assigned a booking number, a permanent record of his arrest. But no mugshot was taken.
It all stems from a confidentiality agreement that Donald Trump made with Stormy Daniels back in 2016, signing an NDA with her so that she wouldn't go blabbing her mouth about an alleged affair that she had with President Trump, which he denies and which she sued him, claiming that he was defaming her by denying that it actually happened. And she lost that case and now owes him almost $300,000 in legal fees. By the way, her lawyer, Michael Avenatti, who was the star of the liberal media for years, has been convicted of numerous counts of fraud and sentenced to 14 years in prison for stealing millions of dollars from his clients, including Sloppy Daniels, and committing tax fraud.